Indiana. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. This game underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll run it to the right. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Carr. Got it in the middle. It's Mobley. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways, and you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not to start this offense wrong.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up.
Oh, he's got some space. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Keelan Russell lets it go to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Keeps it on the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Who says option football is dead now in college football? How about that in the opening drive of the game, taking advantage of the athleticism you have at quarterback, and they're able to get a touchdown off of it early here, Dan.
Man, it's just so frustrating because defensively it makes you play so slow. Like, it literally becomes basketball. It's man-to-man. I got the quarterback. I got the pitch. Makes defenses slow down. Let's see how they adjust after this first drive.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Mobley. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll run the screen. He's out past the 35. But, and he's got room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Looking for space. It's Young.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Carr to throw. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Running inside, it's Mobley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Motion from the wideout. 4th down, Carr. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll go to the ground, and they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Keep it on the ground. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Carr. Got it. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The option, he'll keep it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments, and those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. That's on the QB and his receiver not being on the same page.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Carr. Caught. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Irish!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. So that drive covered just 44 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Russell on play action. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
It's so hard to tackle these fast guys in the open field. And you see when you duck your head and you're going to try to hit somebody, you can't see him anymore. Ducks his head a little bit. Next thing you know, broken tackle, guys getting extra yards.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. This drive started from the 29. Here's Carr to throw. A little release to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. Unloads quickly. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He fires to the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throwing Russell. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play and a first down just outside the red zone. Going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On first down, the quarterback sneak. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 7 team, the LSU Tigers.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
And it's Ole Miss, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field. Get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Now they'll run it to the right here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Deadlock here in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Keeps it and gets past the chains. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running.
Throws toward the end zone. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, we've seen this all night long. The defense closing in on these throws. The windows are constricting so quickly. It's been a tough night at the office for this quarterback, and he gets another one knocked to the ground.
This has been a tight one. Third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Could be an alley. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On On 3rd and short, the power run here. Touchdown, Bama! They take the lead here in the second half. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Mobley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Fires to the tight end. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Floating away. Lets it fly. Connection to the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Mobley. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Carr. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the counter play. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Now here's Russell. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here's Carr to throw. Working that left side now.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Bringing the heat. Oh, look out. The ball's free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good...
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the wildcat formation pays off.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. Snags it, and he's open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Throwing. Carr. Complete.
Look, it's a nice game, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you got to be throwing at least to the first down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Back to throw, it's Carr. Shoots it to the left. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
C.J. Carr firing again. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Under fire. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Throws it deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling.
Makes a grab and room to run. They stop him right there. A pickup of 10, enough for the first down, and we've also taken it to the 2-minute timeout. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Carr. He rifles one deep down the middle. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Going to try to pop one on the screen. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Makes a grab on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Here's Carr to throw. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Working that wide receiver screen. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
I was ready for this fourth down anyways. I know I need a touchdown on this drive, and I know I'm going for it. So now the situation is, what is my play to get it done?
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Splits the uprights, it's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
Well, they make the kick. They're now within a possession, but they don't have any timeouts left. So you're expecting them to come out here in an onside formation. And let's see what happens. This is going right down to the wire.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.